All those who love to bake will usually have a basic recipe or a recipe that has been handed over to them by their loved ones. This is one such recipe I would recommend all home bakers who love to bake with moist and delicious crumbs. Do try this recipe, and I am sure this will be your favorite go-to recipe in the future. Let's see what all are the ingredients needed. The procedure of mixing is slightly different from normal method. Here, I'll be using a new technique which you can easily follow. Once all the ingredients are kept ready, it is just a quick breeze to mix up the batter. Here we need salted butter at room temperature, 5 eggs which have been separated, the whites I have mixed with the sugar, plain flour, baking powder, vanilla extract, yogurt which is less sour, and the chocolate slurry which I have shown. It's a mixture of cocoa powder, coffee and warm milk and sugar. So start by beating the egg white and the sugar with an electric beater. So for good results you need an electric beater. You have to fluff up the egg whites and the sugar until you get a soft peaks. Once soft peaks are achieved, you add in the egg yolks one at a time and whip up this mixture. Okay, one at a time you have to incorporate the egg yolks into the egg white and sugar mixture. Next, you are going to add in the softened room temperature salted butter using a hand whisk. Mix in. Now at this stage you will be using the hand whisk. Electric beater is not required. You add in the 250 grams of the salted butter. You have to use salted butter for a good marble cake. If you have unsalted butter, you may add up to 1/4 teaspoon of salt in the mixture. Now next, sift in the dry ingredients, which is the flour and the baking powder. You are just adding in everything directly in one go. Okay, sift in all the dry ingredients, mix with a spoon and then sift it into the wet ingredients. This is a simple method. Now next, add in the vanilla and the yogurt and give the mixture a good fold. Please ensure that you do not overmix the batter, which might end up in a tough marble cake. This method is usually different from the separation method and the creaming method. Now into another bowl, take around 250 grams of the batter and add in the chocolate slurry which has been cooled, which is a mixture of cocoa, coffee, hot milk and sugar. Now fold this with the help of a spatula evenly. Here I am using two pans. One is 6-inch and a 7-inch pan which has been greased with oil and lined with baking paper. One was for an order and the other was for our own use. So once the chocolate is completely mixed, I am measuring out around 550 grams in one tin and the rest was around 650 grams. So make patterns of the chocolate and the white vanilla. Here I have put around 3 big dollops of the vanilla and 3 small dollops of the chocolate and then topping off with the vanilla. You may even make a zebra pattern. In that case, you will have to increase the chocolate quantity. Okay, now into the next pan, I am scooping out the remaining batter. To design the marble cake, you can use either a skewer, a back of a spoon or anything. So once the batter is measured out correctly, you can prepare the pattern. Now in this meantime, you have to preheat your oven at 180 degrees centigrade for around 10 minutes. Now for the pattern, draw crisscross with the skewer, help of a skewer. Do not mix it too much, otherwise the pattern won't be visible in the cake. Now on to the second one. You may go around 2 times to achieve the pattern, not more than that. Now in a preheated oven at 180 degrees, bake for around 35 to 40 minutes. The 6-inch pan came at around 35 minutes and the 7-inch came at around 45 minutes for me. Now let the cake cool in the pan for around 10 minutes before you invert into the cooling rack. So release the sides with the help of a spatula or a knife and then invert into the wire rack to cool completely. Now flip and let the cake cool completely for around 30 to 45 minutes before slicing. This cake keeps well for around 4 days at room temperature or maybe for a week in the fridge. Just bring it out to room temperature and slightly warm it in the microwave before consuming. Do let me know your feedbacks and comments. Inshallah, see you again with yet another wonderful video. Stay connected, take care, and thank you.